Good evening. Thank you for joining us. And my name is Faraday Hosenipur, and I am incredibly excited to share with you something brand new to the market that's not only been life-changing for us financially over the last 15 months, but it is creating a brand new excitement uh, that I've never experienced. I got involved with this company 15 months ago, and this was after 10 years out of MLM, 6 months struggling, trying to get my bearings, spending more money than making, before I found an opportunity that's literally allowed us to live our MLM dreams, earning more money than we could have ever imagined in a million years, and helping a whole team of people to do the exact same. But in the last 30 days, we have released a product which is riveting, which is never been done in network marketing history, and which is a phenomena in the market. And that's what we want to talk to you about today, because we're all like out of our minds about fantasy sports. Now, you might be looking at me like I'm like a crazy lady in pink. They call us the pink team, because us ladies, prior to getting involved with G1e Fantasy Sports, had not a clue about football, had not a clue about fantasy sports, and really didn't have any desire to sit in on a game beyond like 2 minutes time. So, this is an all-new thing, and I understand why this is a $70 billion industry with literally 35 million Americans playing, because when you get a little taste of it, you cannot get it out of your blood. It's fun, it's exciting, especially when you're winning big prize cash money like I am, and like some of the people you're going to hear about tonight. A lot of people like me, no fantasy football background, but we are winning big. And when I talk about big, I'm talking about I won $2,500 in 2 minutes. Now, some people work all month long to make $2,500. I made it in 2. Let me tell you, 2 minutes, not knowing anything about fantasy sports. And I'm going to introduce you to some other people that did the exact same. So you don't need to know a thing about it. I will give you all of my little secrets. Besides this being incredibly fun, incredibly fantastic odds, well beyond what you would ever experience in a lifetime with the biggest fantasy sports platform, which is FanDuel, or DraftKings for that matter. You can't even get the players you want with DraftKings or FanDuel. They got salary caps. But here, you can pick who you want, you can pick as many teams as you want, and you got 1,000% better odds of winning. And I improved. I won again this week. Third prize. I made $250. Last week, I won 2 games. I think $30, $30. The week before, first place. Me, Miss Pink Team, don't know a thing about football, won $2,500. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. And we're not even going to talk to you about, imagine so many people are having fun playing. Imagine that on top of it, you could get paid on every single game played. FanDuel, just to give you a little reference, does 100,000 games per day. Imagine getting paid on all those games. That's the opportunity we have for you today. And first of all, I want to go to a repeated winner. He won this week, he won last week, he won the week before. He's been one of the #1 prize winners, as well as winning a place, because our top 50 prize winners win cash every week. And Glen Logan, who is an aerospace engineer, defense contract expert. I mean, this guy puts together defense projects for like NASA, but he never really played fantasy sports. But now he is a big fan. Hi, Glen Logan.
Hello, Faraday. Can you hear me okay?
I do.
Well, thanks for that introduction. Yes, 3 out of the past 4 weeks I've been in the money. I've also had some proteges win. Luvan, one of my up-and-coming members, moved up from 41st last week to 21st this week, and she won a total of $60. She also came in 33rd. This week I placed in the top 50 out of 3 of my 5 games, 10th, 29th, and 43rd. Not quite the top money, but still ahead of the game. How do we do it? It's not that complicated. As Faraday mentioned, there's no draft, there's no salary cap. The advantage of a weekly game is you can start fresh every week. You can look at the stats from the previous week. It doesn't guarantee the players will perform as well in the current week, but you never know. Another big secret is go ahead and play the more than one game. It really improves your odds of placing in the top 50. Other than that, just go out, have fun, and as Faraday said, win or lose, we still make money on the volume that the customers are generating in this wonderful platform. Back to you, Faraday.
Yes, and Glen, let me ask you, now what did your wife think when you told her that you guys had won $2,500? What did Nanette think? I think you told me that she didn't even believe you at first.
It took her 2 days to realize I wasn't joking, and what it took was a call from the corporate office congratulating her on the win, and I still think she didn't believe it right away, but I could hear her talking on her phone to her friends, so it's going to be a great customer acquisition tool, as Richard Anzalone says. She was disappointed. Her picks on her account didn't place in the money this week, but she's ready to go for next week.
All right, thank you, Glen. It's so exciting. Exciting for Luvan too, because she's 70 years old, right? She looks like she's 50. She's stunning, but never ever played fantasy sports. And for her to win like 2 weeks in a row, she's like walking on cloud 9 right now.
I do have to say I had a secret weapon this week. My 13-year-old grandson in Merritt Island, Florida, picked a quarterback for me, Aaron Rodgers.
That is a good pick. That is who I had too, Glen Logan. So anyway, the next person that I want to bring up, I was so excited to see his name on the winners list. Second place, actually made $500, is on with us all the way from beautiful Hawaii. This gentleman has a long, strong background in business, so he was very excited about a company with real products that we can really build on. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Raymond Ho.
Hello, Faraday and the G1e gang. Well, this experience is great. I think fantasy football is a great option, a great product, and something that we can build on as a team. And I'm really excited to build a Hawaii chapter. I am very game on actually bringing in and exercising our private league. We have a private button in the fantasy sports, and I'm putting something together to gather all the people of Hawaii, the 808 Global Fantasy Sport, to get on our platform and get going. So we'll be launching something really soon, and so I'm really excited about that. I couldn't believe it. I was looking, I was going, oh no, Faraday's beating me by a couple points, and I was going, oh, come on defense, and we were going up and down, and It was great. I got 3 for 3 this weekend, which is awesome. Got 2 on the 25 and the $5 game, so that was really good. You know, and I wrote it over, so I got 10% more. So that's great also, because you know I'm gonna play. So no sense keep putting it out. I'm just putting it back in, and I'll be playing week to week, every week. But this is just an unbelievable product, and it's a product that can generate on our business side income. And that's what I look at in a business. I don't like all these other stuff out there that's pushing just membership and no product that can produce income. We got an awesome product, and we got to be happy we got this on our platform. All right, aloha. Take care.
Thank you, Raymond Ho, and congratulations. The next person I would like to go to, this is her first time on a Hangout, but I happened to notice her name on the winners list. Diane, you're going to have to unmute yourself. And first of all, let me ask you, now, have you ever played fantasy sports? And you didn't even know you were a winner, I don't think, until I messaged you.
That's true. I have never played before. I didn't know what fantasy sports was until it became a product that we had here. And the first time I played, I had someone give a few suggestions, but I didn't really know what I was doing, and I won $170. So for the first time out, that was pretty exciting. And the thing about that was I won $150 in a $25 game, but then I won the free game for $20. And that meant I beat everybody else. So that was pretty amazing to me, not knowing how to play. So I won every game, every time I played except for one. So I think those odds are pretty good. And you're right, I didn't know that I won today until you mentioned it. I will say, though, I do plan to take your title. You called me an ace, but you're the queen of fantasy football right now. I'm going to take that title. I'm looking for that $2,500. And I think this is a great opportunity for us to share something that's not only fun, but makes us money.
Beautiful. Diane, that is very exciting. You, like me, a pink lady, no background in fantasy sports, cleaning up against a lot of guys, by the way, that have a lot more background, at least watching football. But we'll get to you. We'll get to Mr. Dave Manning in a minute. What were you saying, Diane?
Just want to thank you guys for the part about the guys. But I do really appreciate the opportunity to have all this fun and bring this to other people.
Yes, absolutely. I've never had more fun in my life, and it is a pleasure just bringing this fun to everybody. And talk about fun. This lady is Miss Fun. She has nothing but fun with her 5 kids. She gets to stay home and have all kinds of fun with them because of the income opportunity with this business. But thanks for joining us, and thanks for bringing Dominic on. He always gives everybody a good tip on the quarterback.
Thank you, Faraday. I am super excited because each week I'm doing better and better points-wise and picking better teams. But this week I went ahead and went back to my former picking strategy of just looking for the cutest players that I could find and plopping them on my team because, you know, after all, it is a fantasy football team, so, you know, why not have my fantasy team? Because, well, I think before when I was overthinking it, I just wasn't doing as well. So you got to stick with what works for you. And really what it all is about is having a good time and having fun. And I'm really having a lot of fun with the fantasy football. I never in my life thought I'd ever be playing fantasy football because I used to think it was pointless and a waste of time. But now I am super excited every week. I can't wait till I start making some big bucks on the fantasy football. But, you know, I just got to keep playing, and I will get there. I know I will, especially with my dynamite little buddy here, Dom, giving me some great tips. And enjoying every step of the way with me. Hey, Dom, who's your favorite quarterback?
Peyton Manning.
So do you think that we should choose him again this week?
Yes.
You think he's going to win us some money?
Yes.
All right. Well, you can't get any better than that, right?
Absolutely. Dom got everybody a lot of points on Peyton Manning last week, so thank you, Dom. And I would like to finally bring to the winner's table a gentleman who, while he's made a few $1 million with this opportunity in the last 15 months, he just hasn't been quite up to par with his wife in the fantasy sports department. So this week he did win $10 and a $5 on a $5 game and a $2 game. So congratulations, Mr. Manning. You are getting there. And thank goodness I'm winning all the games, so you have more money to try next week.
Thank you so much.
You're muted, honey.
Well, I probably better suited muted on this one. Thanks so much, Faraday. You know, it's unbelievable. As I've sit here and I've watched you win just about $2,800 in football and fantasy football, and knowing you don't even know who you bet on is really a real tribute to fantasy sports. I mean, honest to God, I mean, she asked me, what team does they play for? What do they do? Who are they? And I would just shake my head. But you win. And that is the deal. And you can't play if you don't, you can't win if you don't play. And yeah, I've got to give it to you. And the best part of the whole deal is me and my wife have been together 18 years, and now we finally watch football. Of course, only on Sunday and Monday she realizes Thursday's game doesn't count, so she doesn't really like to watch that one so much. I got to really bide some time, but my Sunday and Mondays I get her like clockwork, right, 8 to 8 all the way. So it's awesome. But guys, on a true note, you know, fantasy sports is just unbelievable. You take a look at Diana, you look at Patricia, you look at Glenn, you look at what's going on, you know, and watch what's happening. Raymond, you know, and he's a Dallas fan. I got to give it to him. But I do agree the cheerleaders are probably the better part of the Dallas thing, even though I was a Cowboy hardcore fan. But what do I know about football? Well, it doesn't matter what I know. Here's what I know. I'm not in the dough, okay? And you can take a chance. And it's the only platform. I posted a picture this week. I tried to play our opposition DraftKings, and it was really kind of funny because I said, well, let me go in and at least play a game and see what happened. They would not let me pick the same team I picked here. I was over the salary cap. They gave me said I couldn't play it. So be your choice. Here's what I know. Fantasy sports, hottest growing opportunity there is in the world right now, just hopping and going. And that's just one of our hot products that we have. So needless to say, we're excited to have this added to our platform. It's exciting. As basketball will enter and everything else, we're excited, Faraday. More importantly, thanks for all the winners. Congratulations. Hey, and you know, you can't just start and be a champion. You got to play every week. So I'm going to keep on plugging. I did drop back. I was 54th, I think, last week. And this week I'm 80th in the big money or something. It only got worse. So we'll see what happens next week. But I did win on a couple of the other ones. So rock and roll. Back to you, Faraday. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you to all our winning panelists, winners in business, winners in life. And thank you for tuning in to find out about an opportunity that's really changing lives. And we're just giving you the tip of the iceberg in terms of the scope and breadth of this opportunity. You don't have to be a rocket scientist like Glenn to see that this is a mammoth opportunity. You know, you will never have an opportunity to be in an industry that's so poised for enormous growth over the next few years. And this is only one of our products. Now, these are only a small fraction of our winners, too. So just to give you a little bit of perspective, last week, a lady, Michelle Krieger, who is a caretaker out of Canada, because this is a global opportunity, never played fantasy sports. She won $2,500. Now this week, Bobby Llewellyn, he's out of Texas. He's a Cub Scout leader. He works full-time in another job. He couldn't be on here because he was with his son, and he's the Cub Scout leader. So I couldn't have him on here tonight. Mark Brudney, he's on our deaf team, won $2,500, never played fantasy sports. Now, if you are a fantasy sports expert and you're watching here tonight, we challenge you. We, beginners, we will take you on. Come on, bring it on. Go to G1e FantasySports.com. See if you can kick our butts, because we would love you to try. G1e FantasySports.com. You can get a promo code from any of our reps here on the panel, or any rep you talk to that refers you to this video in the first place. So go talk to that person, get some more information, get on some of our other hangouts, but most importantly, go play the game, because you can't win this kind of money, $2,500 in 2 minutes, if you don't get in the game. And I promise you this, the business opportunity, if you can't make money with this one, then you don't belong in network marketing. And we can 100% absolutely work with you and help you make a ton of money. We've already helped 6 other people become millionaires in this company in the first year. So why not you? Step up to the plate, baby. Click on that Get Started button, and we'll be here to work with you, to help you, to train you every step of the way. And we will be gunning for you this weekend with the guaranteed 5K payout. Week 11, Fantasy Sports, baby. G1e Fantasy Sports. We'll see you there. Thanks, everybody, and have a great evening.